Just about. You got your tea, so we're good to go. Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Real Estate. It's a Wednesday. It's What's Working Wednesday. I have two things to share that are working phenomenally right now. I know Ryan's going to share an update on what's working on the Google pay-per-click ad and lead front. I don't know if he's got a social post of the day. We'll find out together here. The show, oh, look at that. Ryan is so consistent lately. I love it. The show, as always, is brought to you by the virtual mortgage providers at NEXA Mortgage and thanks.io. You can check out more information in the description below or above this video, or if you're watching or listening on your favorite podcast, the information is there as well. Ryan, where should we start?
Yeah, let's do the social post. Bring it up here. So today I just did one of the good old grab a YouTube video. There's a lot of, if you go to YouTube and just Google, housing market or housing market crash or housing market not crash, you guys might all want to watch this particular video. It'll make you feel a little better about the fact that a crash might not be coming. Greg Dickerson is the guy on the right there. He makes some really strong points, and I've subscribed to his channel for a while. Smart guy. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. All I did was post interesting interview. Why hasn't real estate crashed yet? You put the YouTube video, but then I just spin it as always into, reach out to me if you do want to sell before a crash comes, whether you think it is or isn't. So, but that's it. Just borrow other people's content. And share stuff, right?
Not that prices won't stabilize or drop some. Okay. That could certainly happen. But the reality is, there is still a massive housing shortage, and simple supply and demand economics tell you that, like, when that exists, I don't know how, regardless of where rates are at, when that exists, let's face it, shelter is one of our primary needs. So people need a place to live, and there is a significant housing shortage, both rental and owner-occupied housing opportunities. So I don't know if that's what he's talking about in there, but if you just think about it in simple terms, like, who knows what that means for appreciation, depreciation, or decelerated appreciation? Who knows? But the fact of the matter is, we need more inventory, period, hard stop.
Yeah, it takes a while to come on from new construction. One interesting point he made was that a lot of people talk about an Airbnb crash. That's kind of like a buzzword going on, that all those people will have to sell their houses. Well, the number of Airbnbs relative to the demand, Greg argues, is so small that it would just get absorbed up. Yeah. So anyway, I think that the key takeaway is find stuff on YouTube or other channels, spin it how you want to spin it, but do consistently post. We do this every day consistently because it's just reminds people you're in the business, and it could be an extra few deals a year. Plus, in the process of finding this stuff, Josh, you kind of like learn new things.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Tammy asks, "Are these under social post tab?" I just looked on the site and I don't see this one. Number one, go to wakeup.realestate, create your forever free account, membership, whatever you want to call it, and it should be there. But Ryan,
we've fallen off the wagon a little bit on getting all of the content in the site, and this one hasn't been posted yet. My Facebook.
Yeah, just go to Ryan's Facebook and copy and paste it from there. Yeah.
But some of these are more relevant to put on the site than others. Like this one has kind of this will get stale. Like the content's kind of
it's not evergreen. Yeah, it's not. It's less evergreen, let's say.
What I will try to do moving forward consistently is post it in the Wake Up Real Estate Facebook group.
There you go.
Social post of the day, because that's just a quick share. I can share it in there, and then you guys can grab any links. And Tammy's probably looking for that YouTube link, right? So that'll be. I just shared that over. That'll be in the Wake Up Real Estate Facebook group right now. If you want to check that out.
Yeah. So just a little quick pitch here. If you're not already subscribed to the Wake Up Real Estate YouTube channel, you should do that. If you're not already a part of the Facebook group, the Wake Up Real Estate Facebook group, you should do that. If you haven't already created your free account at wakeup.realestate, you should do that. All of that is free, and we're just trying to put good out into the world and help us all survive and thrive the crazy times that we've got.
And I just want to say thanks to Mike for keeping up on the social post stuff, because I never do, and he apparently has been. So this one will probably be up shortly.
Mike is Johnny on the spot always. Johnny.
Yeah, he's just linking to my Facebook,
yeah,
to the actual
easy enough.
Yes,
easy enough. All right, I'm going to share one simple what's working now, and then we're going to go to the Google pay-per-click, and then I'm going to share a script that is a text script that we shared a few weeks ago that Mike, for whatever reason this week, is having tons of success with. So I'm going to start with sponsored messages. Sponsored messages. Last week, we created a little mini course or training on how to create sponsored messages in Facebook. Okay. We'll get that in, I think it's already in the members area, but we'll link it in the description, etc. Just this morning, last week, I had a sponsored message go out. For some reason, it didn't go out on Thursday. It was supposed to go out on Thursday. It went out on Friday. Had a bunch of conversations and several appointments set. I created a new sponsored message this morning, went live, and we now have 2 or 3 appointments from that just this morning as well. It's like my favorite thing of what's working right now. Like it is, I mean, you can, in a matter of minutes, set up a message similar to a broadcast text message that you pay a couple of bucks to Facebook. It puts it in front of the people subscribe to your Facebook inbox. And all of a sudden, like we have an appointment set for 5:30 today. I had a guy that right before we went live said, call me. So I'm calling him as soon as the show is done. I had a guy tell me to get lost. It's okay. It happens, right? We had another guy that we have a tentative appointment for tonight. And then one more that says, yeah, I do. And if you wonder what the sponsored message is, it's one of Ryan's favorite scripts, the Need House Money script. So I turned that into a sponsored message. It says, need house money, first name, parentheses, to purchase, renovate, or maybe just consolidate some debt. Let me know, LMK, BC, because we have tons of great options available right now. Thanks, Josh. Okay. And we've got people coming in wanting some house money. Lots of other variations that you can use that with as well. Again, we've got a tutorial on how you can create one of those, totally free. It's on the site, I think, at wakeup.realestate. If not, Mike will get it in there, and we'll get it in the description. If I had planned well enough ahead, I would have had it in the description before we went live here, but we'll get it added to the description as well. Or if you can't find it, just go to wakeup.realestate, use the little chat widget bottom right, and Mike will get it to you. What do you got there, Ryan?
Oh, did you see that comment yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just wondering how. Why more in the next 3 years? I'm just, what am I missing?
I don't know. I have people
getting older.
I don't know. I don't know.
But what if they all lose their jobs?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Let's get off that.
Anyway, AI, who knows? All right, let's I know that we have several clients that you've been working with here on the Google pay-per-click front that are seeing some pretty consistent lead flow and building their pipeline. So what do you see?
The story is interesting. I don't want to call anybody out, but I actually got a little stressed out in August that I couldn't get results for everybody. So we stopped talking about this, and I didn't want to sell it anymore, basically, because it's a lot of stress having you guys messaging me all the time.
Hold on. We will not call anyone out.
No.
But this is important. If you think whether you do something like this yourself, or you hire someone to do this. Here, I'll give an analogy. Here's my favorite bromance, Alex Hormozy. He before he started going nuts content creation on YouTube, he hired an agency to help him with that. He proactively told them, listen, no pressure here. This is a strategy that I'm committed to for the next 10 years. 10 years. Okay. The flip side of it is you sign up or do something like this and you're freaking out in 3 days.
Yeah.
you know, it's just
I don't think
that's a hard
3
life to
days.
live.
I don't think 3 days, but you know, I think the what's working now is it's working for the people who waited, who were patient and let it go. You know, so that's the point I want to bring up. Back in August, I was also looking at the Forever account here, and I had actually turned off the ads, which strategically sometimes that makes sense. You turn stuff off, you know, you know that there's not a lot of demand. You turn it off for a weekend over a holiday or something like that. You can tinker, because leads were spiking up around 25 a piece for our tried and true new construction campaign, which you guys have seen me talk about. I'll just share it here. Basically, this is a couple of main keywords here in this market. It's been running for almost 3 years now, and it offers a new construction list to a KV Core landing page like this.
How
And
say that again? Almost how many years?
three.
Yeah.
January will be 3 years.
Yeah, that's pretty significant.
Yeah, so it's just kind of been running and working. I saw the lead cost double like over this summer for whatever reason, less demand. It was happening in multiple markets, so I turned it off for a few weeks, turned it back on a little over a week ago, and we're back right where it was for 3 years. We're right in the $10 to $12 a lead range, right here. So I guess the what's working now is patience. This campaign is still working, so. Like to share this with you guys every few months. Basically offer a property list, but offer that niche list to the broad traffic in your area. So we're offering new construction lists to anybody searching for St. Pete homes. That's a big takeaway for anybody doing PPC on your own, or if you're paying somebody to do it, try that. It tends to work. And right up on the screen, you know, I might have to make it bigger for you, but there's kind of the format of the ad that has worked for years and years and years. So that's that.
Hold on, I want to double tap on a couple of things, Ryan. So
yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Number one, I shared, I think it was last week or the week before, we've been talking about these messenger ads and like having a filter or a lens or a criteria to follow to know, okay, when do I need to try something different? Okay. And in that example, I said, I'm trying to get conversations, people to message me for $10 or less, and I'm willing to spend $20 on an ad campaign to see if that'll work. Okay. So, you know, you want to have some filters to know when to punt on something, but I wasn't punting on the strategy. It meant I would punt on the campaign or the copy. Okay. I'm committed to the strategy, right? And so the next layer I would say is if you're going to execute on something like this, that you commit to at least 90 days, at least a quarter,
probably,
and then say, does it make sense to continue with this? Right? So there's three options at the end of the 90 days. This is working great. Let it ride. This isn't working as well as I'd like, but I want to continue and I'm going to figure it out. And it may mean that you got to tweak or make a pivot or whatever. Or I think my time or energy or money or some combination thereof is better over here. Okay. But to do that after a week or after 3 weeks or even a month, in most cases, you're going to decide too soon, good or bad, right? Right or wrong. So anyway.
Yeah. I mean, this is what happens in all business. It's that, yeah, you got to wait. So the other campaign was the downsizing one we talked about. And accidentally, you know, Mark here in your market, Josh, he had gotten some leads. I was paying, it wasn't getting the lead flow that I wanted, but just maybe luckily or due to the nature of the campaign, he ended up with a double pop and some other good conversations, right? Like he listed somebody's house and then, you know, he was doing two sides. So we switched that back to a downsizing. And in the last week, that's been working really well. I had some double counts here. It's still about $10 a lead. So I was just going to show that campaign again.
Yeah.
You know, what's working. Basically, the campaign actually did better, Josh, just so you know, when I added more keywords, because I was going very narrow to some cities, but I broadened it out to just Harrisburg in general. And then that got a lot more people coming in. We can see that actual keyword. Let me show that. That's actually our top performing keyword at the top. 15.87% click-through rate. That means 1 out of 6 people who Google and see that ad are clicking on it.
Which, if you have no context, that is bananas. Bananas.
Yeah, it's very good. And then the landing page is converting at 41%. Like I said, there's some double count on conversions, so it's probably more like 30 that I fixed.
Also, That is bananas. That is 3 to 6 to 8 times the normal quote unquote conversion rate.
Yeah. The other fun thing is I love how when Google tells you your ad is poor, because you're not doing all the things they want you to do for the algorithm that make them more money. But then you get then you get this CTR over here, the 30% CTR. So it's
not just
like,
the CTR, but also the conversion rate and the cost per conversion is, I mean, yeah.
So what's working now is don't listen to Google. That's another what's working now. So whatever, the first word is a question, Josh. So try this a little more. So it just says downsizing question mark.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and then I got the 100+ listings priced from 250K. I got my prices in there, and a Harrisburg 1-story homes list. And then the landing page, which is probably what you guys all want to see, is this bad boy. And this is a little custom, but this follows the flow where they answer a first question, and then they continue and finish up. Only about half people are given the phone number, maybe even a little less than half. But what's fun is we are getting good info. That first question I think is very valuable. I'm looking to move from another area. I'm looking to downsize my current Harrisburg area home to another, right?
Yep.
So good intel, good lead to follow up on. And yeah, that's that. And we've got a few others. What I have learned is there's another campaign running down in Williamsburg, VA. I'm not sure that person wants me to show their ads. But I am learning that if you're in an area that is more vacation-y, that people come to, kind of like mine, or that the downsizing or second home offers seem to work really well. So just some context. That's actually performing a lot better there than it is here in up by you in Central PA.
Yeah. So those we're getting questions and curiosity on if someone wants to do this themselves. What might that look like, and what can we help them with, and what maybe we can't necessarily?
I would start with a simple list ad, like we're doing for Forever Florida, because the results aren't that different versus my landing page, and it's just a lot easier to pull off. So again, that was this ad right here that went to this landing page. If you have KV Core or any other CRM, you can build something like this quick. Chime has this functionality. And just try running something like what you see here. Make it bigger. Straight to that. My pages are built on WordPress and this plugin called Formidable, and they're a little more complicated. I got spooked. I don't really want to sell this. We did it for a little while, but the problem was the problem of waiting the 90 days. I don't think too many people are very interested in that. When you're talking about waiting,
it's not just that, Ryan. What should be the minimum? It's not just the waiting of the time. It's also like, what's the minimum budget that they should be allocating?
I mean, in order to really get excited about this, I think you need to be spending, you need to have a $600 a month budget, averaging about $20 a day in spend. So you get a lead or two a day, and have every week have one or two of those feel pretty promising. Remember, a lot of people are just shopping online, but and then you got to wait. So you're investing between $1,500 to $2,000 over 3 months to get a result. So, and then if I'm doing it, there's got to be some margin in there for the considerable time that I spend and all that stuff too. So,
about a year ago, Ryan and I did a 2-part live stream series before Wake Up Real Estate on basically reconstructing a campaign like the one he had initially shown for Forever Florida Real Estate. We'll get those linked. We'll get those added to the description. We'll get those on the Wake Up Real Estate site. But it's a 2-part series that he and I did, where Ryan was driving the boat there because he's the one that had been running the campaigns, etc. But that will, I would dare say that would get you, that'll get you a significant amount of the way, and make you much more educated than most other real estate agents in your market about how to create effective Google pay-per-click campaigns. And one of the unique aspects here, and it's why it works, is if you go and search, for example, what was the number one for Mark? It was Harrisburg, PA homes, Ryan. Don't go and do
Yeah.
this. But if you do that, most of the results are going to be generic. Search all Harrisburg, PA homes. One of the reasons why the click-through rate and the opt-in rate are so astronomical is it's a different approach. It's a you're Ryan is setting up blue ocean ads amongst a red ocean strategy, right? And just having that different take. And there is a formula to this, right? Single word question, describing the
Yeah.
niche, having the price ranging, right? Because it's numbers and specificity. It's a formulaic process, but it takes some trial and error. You got to play around a little bit. You got to have some patience, and you do have to spend some money. The nice thing is, and these results obviously cannot be guaranteed, and I actually haven't checked in with Mark on this in probably 3 weeks, but Mark's been set up for not 2 months yet, correct? Less than
Yeah,
2
not
months?
not a full 2 months. We might be coming up
Not
on
a full 2
months.
months.
Yeah.
He already has a double transaction, a two-sided transaction where he's listed and sold. They haven't settled yet, but both are in escrow on the listing and the new build. That pays for Mark to run ads for a year, 2, 3 years, something like that. From one client. One client.
Yeah,
that's
but
all it takes.
and the thing, some people who are doing this might not have anything yet. That's the nature of this business. It's slow moving, especially in this current market.
Yep.
But you just got to keep the pipeline filling with stuff, and really, results may vary because, let's face it, most people don't follow up on their leads.
Mark is doing a great job of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that's a wonderful pivot. Thank you for teeing that up so nicely,
Yeah.
Ryan. I'm going to now share the script that Mike has been absolutely knocking it out of the park with some of our V qualifier agent partners. And if you don't know what that is, these are folks who have given us consent and permission to go into their database and use the scripts that we share for the purpose of getting people responding, engaging, and conversing, and turning those into appointments. Some of the time, or the majority of the time, that's an appointment with one of our financing specialists, but also ends up, in many cases, we also set a lot of warm referrals that go back to the realtor partner. And I'll give you some numbers, and then I'll share which of these script is the one that really this week, Mike said, I don't know what's going on, but this one's killing it. You got to share it on what's working now. Last week, from 1,800 contacts, we generated just in one morning, last Thursday morning, 1,800 contacts, 10 appointments set with our financing specialist, and 5 more warm referrals back to Kyle. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. George Hernandez, our buddy George, down in Naples, I think, area, somewhere around there. 400 leads, 4 appointments set with our financing specialist. This morning, Jennifer Salter in North Carolina, 800 or so texts or contacts texted, and he's already got 7, 8, or 9. I don't know. And Mike, you can comment below. Which of these? So this is a document that is in the members area, wakeup.real estate. It's the quick chat text script. We shared it it was in July or August that we shared. But this is the one in particular that is working so well. If we could show you how to buy a home with 0 money down, would you be available for a quick chat sometime this week? LMK, thanks, Jennifer or Josh or Kyle or whoever. If we could show you how to buy a home with 0 money down, would you be available for a quick chat sometime this week? Let me know. Thanks. Now, you could insert a different, if we could show you how to buy a new construction home with very little money down, or if we could show you how to buy a new construction home at a $40,000 discount, because I got builders in my market that have just marked their properties down $40, $50, $60,000, right? There's any number of ways you can use this, but what I'm telling you is that exact script, that is the exact script that is working wonderfully right now. And so I would highly encourage you use it or use some variation of it. And if you would like us to be the one doing the work on your behalf, let's chat. Josh15, or just call, text, email. I know that Tammy, who's commented here, I think we're working hers tomorrow morning. We got it on the docket for tomorrow morning. And Mike confirmed 7 so far. So what we see is, generally speaking, we can set appointments with 0.5 to 1% of contacts. It's pretty consistently, and it varies depending on the script and the week, etc. But pretty consistently, if we message 1,000, we're going to get 5, 10, and I would say at most 15 appointments and or warm referrals. And we can generally replicate that number every couple weeks, in some cases every week, which means, if you've got a database of 5,000, let's say, you should be generating. Now I shot myself in the foot. 50, but I mean at least 100 appointments per month. Okay. Now, many of these appointments are, it's a step along the path. Okay. It's not like we have an appointment and they're under contract this weekend. It happens sometimes, but certainly not every time, right? The majority of the time, it's another step along the way, and also locking that person in to us, hopefully, as their financing team of choice, and you as the real estate professional that's going to help them with buying or selling or both. So use that script. It's working really, really well. And the sponsored message script. What's that?
We went a whole half hour today. It's 3 times as much as yesterday.
I know. Yesterday was a sprint. Today was a little more of a marathon. At 1 o'clock Eastern, wakeUp.realestate/MM. You can come on our weekly mastermind. I have a couple of different things where I'm going to get into the nitty gritty and actually implement some strategies. I'm going to get my code drive set up and going on that. I'll show the sponsored message. And there was one other thing that I was going to unpack real quick on that as well. Oh, I was going to blast a different segment of my KV Core. Those are more interactive. We do those on Zoom meeting. You can pop in, you can ask questions, things of that nature. And those are absolutely free. WakeUp.realestate/MM. We'll be back tomorrow. Same normal time, Ryan?
Yes, hopefully.
Okay, normal time, unless notified otherwise. And if you can't join us live, which we had a great crowd today live, we appreciate that. If you can't join us live, they're always available immediately after on demand. And so tomorrow, Friday, and I can't remember what else. What do you got on the thanks front here?
Real quick before we go, the iList campaigns you said, they each got 11 scans. Are you getting interaction on those sellers?
Yes. I'm in conversation with a couple of them, actually. Yes.
All right. So what's working now, just to close out, we did just look back in the archives, iList plus thanks.io. There's a campaign we designed that we tested on Josh. I tested with a few other people that seems to be working well. If you want to get home value leads, basically seller leads. So,
yep.
I meant to bring that up today, Josh, but let's not go too much longer today. Maybe we'll talk more about that tomorrow if we want. Yep.
Right on. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate all the comments, the interactions, and everybody joining us live here. If you need anything, let us know. You can use the chat widget at the bottom right at wakeup.realestate. Johnny, the replay is available immediately after we hit end stream. You should be able to refresh and watch it from the very beginning.
Right on
everybody
Wake Up,
who can make it at once.
Wakeup.realestate. It automatically posts right from YouTube.
Exactly.
Are always available right there, guys.
Yep.
Okay.
You can see the stream of what the recent sessions at wakeup.realestate.
All right.
Let's make it a great day. Take care and hopefully see you this afternoon, or if not, tomorrow morning.